Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to episode 3 of Bottom to Top, here in Belgium with Lommel. Since you were with me last, things have been going pretty well, and today we have a cup game against top flight opposition in Antwerp. It's potentially a big day for the club, and the chairman, Paul Kerkhofs, has called me in for a breakfast meeting in his office. Let's go and see what he wants. For sure. Hello, Pete. I wanted to call you in to tell you how pleased I am with your recent form. Will you join me for a beer and some fries? Hello, Paul. Well, sure, can do. I mean, the game isn't until 8:30 p.m. I'm sure a breakfast beer won't hurt. For sure. And you need to have a clear head for today's match. A win would be massive for the club. Absolutely, Paul. I know Antwerp have some big name players, but hopefully the team spirit we have here at the moment can help pull us through to a good result. For sure. We could use the revenue. I mean, these Magritte paintings don't come cheap, you know. Oh, I was hoping I might get a little bit more budget to improve the squad with a cup run, you know. For sure. Maybe you might. Who knows? Win the game and let's see. Now, enjoy your beer and fries, and then get prepared for the game. I'm off to a local art auction. Tot ziens! Oh, okay. Tot ziens, Paul. Well, it seems the pressure is on. The chairman wants a cup run to help with his office redecoration budget, and I need some money in the coffers if we're ever going to challenge at the top of the table. Let's get over to the ground for today's game then. Nice to meet up with Chairman Paul this morning. I'm not sure about his choice of breakfasts, but you know, when in Rome. Since you were with us last, we've had a really good little run. So you remember we played Leuven and got a draw in the last game, and at that point we hadn't won a single league game all season, just picked up some draws. But in the 3 games since, we have now picked up 7 extra points. So the first game after we were together, we went away to Virton and won 3-0. Which is a very, very good performance. Zarauri got his first goal for the club and Jallo chipped in with a couple, which was nice. So we went to Westerlo in the next game, and that was a game we probably should have won too. We had the better of the possession, the better of the chances, but just couldn't seem to break them down. We followed that up with another home win against Roeselare. This was also 3-0. Krizan got a couple, both sort of back post headers from cutting in from the left hand side, and Jallo got another. So the team are in really good form and in really good spirits, and they're going to need to be, because the team we're up against today, Antwerp, are a bit of a different proposition. If we take a look at their squad, we've got Wesley Hurt on loan from Southampton. He's valued at £14 million. Stephen Defoe, you'll remember, who was playing for Burnley recently. Morales, who's ex-Everton. If we scroll down through the squad, there'll be other names you recognise, but the one I'm concerned about a little bit is Mbakani. I think even at the age of 33 he's going to be a bit of a beast, and there's going to be a real challenge for our centre halves to match up to him physically. But you know, this is what the cup's all about, the magic of the cup. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's go and see how we're set up. With injuries and having played a league game just 2 or 3 days ago, we are a little bit stretched for today's game. You'll notice in the lineup we have got a few players in pretty poor physical condition. Scretchy's on 87%, Brebel's here on 88%, but we don't really have players that we can bring in to replace them, unfortunately, at the moment. Phillips, who's our star central midfielder, defensive midfielder option, is unfortunately out injured. He's got another couple of weeks out with a hamstring. Vacha Baradza's another month or 2 away, unfortunately, and one of our backup midfielders, Paulison, is also injured. So it's a bit of a challenge putting the team together at the moment, but hopefully they'll go out and give it their all. And let's go and see what happens. One player who's been in really good form is Krizan. He was out injured when we last were together. He's come back into the side and has played really, really well since he came back. So hopefully we can get a performance out of him today. It looks like we have the first highlight here. No, it's picked up by the Antwerp defender. Cleared long. Mbakani picks up the ball. Knocking it about quite nicely on the edge of the box. Can we get a challenge in here? We do half clear it. But they're still coming. And, oh, headed over. Okay. So we looked a little bit dodgy there at the back. Oh, Brebbles is complaining about an injury, but he seems to be okay for now. So let's just monitor him as we go along. You're going to ask the team for a bit of creativity, see if we can break them down. We don't seem to be doing too bad in terms of the match stats at the moment, so that's good. Yeah, I think Brebbles is going to have to come off at half time. He's really struggling, isn't he? But we've made it through. Oh, hang on. One little highlight before half-time. We've scored! Nevin! Wow, I was just about to say we've made it through to half-time all square. And then we go and pinch one. Excellent news. Good little ball from Henkens. Dinked into the back post. Nevin completely unmarked. Plants his header into the back of the net. Oh, but there's a highlight for them just before half-time. No, Scretchu gets in and takes the ball. Surely we can't do even better than this, can we? Krizan out on the left. Kamas overlapping. Can he get a cross in? Back to Krizan. Does get a cross in. And it's a second! Unbelievable! Zarauri. So there I was, 3 minutes ago in game time, saying we're going to go in at 0-0 at half time, and I was pleased with that. Well, we're going in 2-0 up, so I'm absolutely ecstatic. Wow. We will take that all day long. So time for a bit of praise, I think. We're going to make that one change that I mentioned. Brebbles will come out and we'll bring Abdouli on in his place. And we'll get into the team talk and passionately say, keep it up, lads. This could be a famous result in the history of Lommel if we can turn Antwerp over. And like I say, it could be good for the club revenue, and who knows who we'd get in the next round. But maybe we shouldn't be counting our chickens just yet. There's still a long way to go in the game. Jallo picks up the ball here. What's he going to do? Looks back to Henkens. Kamas overlapping again. Back to Krizan. Blocks the cross. Scretchu gets it. Can he find a ball? Henkens. Abdouli, we are knocking the ball around quite nicely here. Kamas, is he going to beat his man? He's... Oh, what's happened here? We've got a free kick on the edge of the box. And Defoe has been given a red. Wow. So Antwerp really are up against it here. And even more so. 3-0. Phenomenal. So in the space of a few seconds, Antwerp go down to 10 men. And from the resulting free kick, Henkens dinks the ball in and Jallo nods the ball into the back of the net. I honestly can't believe this. I really thought we were going to struggle a bit today. And I think this actually even gives me an opportunity to rest a couple of people now. I mean, Scretchu is looking tired. We haven't really got anyone who can come in directly for him unless... If we bring Chrétien on, and then we can maybe move Nevin up into midfield. That'll do. So we'll give that another 10 minutes and then we'll see if anyone else needs to come off. Nevin himself is looking a bit tired. Unfortunately, we're not seeing anything in terms of any attacking intent here from Antwerp. So let's make one final change. And I think we will probably... Yeah, let's take Nevin out and give Pordassen a few minutes. He doesn't really want to play there, so let's move him up a little bit. I don't think it makes a great deal of difference at this point in time. We'll play, when we get the opportunity, we'll drop a bit more praise onto the guys. Assuming we don't concede from this highlight, of course, which is always a possibility. Abdouli has picked up the ball here. It looks like it's going to be a highlight for us, but you never know. Nevin, Henkens, Abdouli, look for the ball out wide perhaps. Zarauri, this time it's Kujabi, the right back overlapping. Cuts it back into Nevin, Zarauri. Krizan, oh, that's a good save. But what a lovely move that was. And for us to be knocking the ball around like that against a team who are in the top half of the top flight really does fill me with confidence. We're into injury time now, so there's no coming back for Antwerp from this. do have an attack here though. Gano, and they have pulled one back, but that can be nothing more than a consolation surely at this point. I don't even think we need to see the replay of that highlight. And there we are. Full time. It's a famous 3-1 victory for Lommel. And unfortunately we don't get to find out today who we're going to be playing in the next round of the Cup. The 7th round draw is not until the 7th of October, so that's a couple of weeks away. And I think at the same time they draw the quarter-final as well. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see, but unfortunately not today. In terms of the league, if we take a quick look at the standings, you can see we're currently sat in 4th in the table, up on 10 points. So we climbed away from the bottom where we were last time you saw us, but we're still some way off the top 3. As you can see, these 3 clubs are a little bit better than everybody else in the league. We just seem to be the best of the rest at the moment. In terms of the schedule, again, we don't know when that 7th round Cup game is going to be or who we're up against. So if that's fairly soon and if it's against someone decent, then we'll bring you back for that. If not, then we'll be back for the home game against Verton, which will wrap up the first phase of the league. As you can see here, Chairman Paul and the rest of the board are very happy with how things are going at the moment, and well they might be after today. So I'm going to head back up into his office and see if he's got any more of those beers kicking around. If you've liked the episode, please consider dropping a like on there for me, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, and you can watch a lot more of this content and some other saves you've got going on the channel too. If you've got any comments or hints or tips or anything you'd like to mention about the series, please leave it in the comments section. I always love to see anything anyone's got to say. And all that remains is for me to say thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon for some more action as we try and take Lommel from the bottom to the top. Bye for now.